Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am Zon the Daddy Dev. I'm going to keep this video very short. This is just a quick devlog to finish update related to the Wild Jam 2. Again, we're taking a game and we're going to go from one game jam, the Godot Wild Game Jam 2, which is going on right now, and then we're going to move into the Metrovania game jam because we're allowed to do that within the rules. Now, just to recap, because it's been a while since I posted, and I also moved, so I've been going through a lot of stuff here. Interestingly enough, I did get this textured. This is awful looking, and it is awful looking. Again, I made this three-dimensional spaceship, and then I did my first texture for the spaceship, and it just turned out not the way I wanted it to look. And that's basically a kind of a retro style, low res kind of look for the textures. So what I ended up doing is I talked to EMKE about this, which is great. He gave me this, I showed him some of the reference that I always started to look at, trying to figure out, how to make it better. And one of those references that I looked at is Homeworld, because I loved Homeworld. And I'm looking at the original textures because now we're in a place where as independent developers, we can make something from 10 years ago relatively cheap and inexpensive and get the benefits of having smaller texture files or smaller files in general. Now, what I did is after looking at that and then thinking about it some more, I went and I got this texture from opengameart.org and I have the licenses to use it. I'm taking this Rust texture, and what I started doing is that I took the Rust texture and I actually used Pingu to lower the resolution of the texture. First I took it into Kitra, changed it a little bit in Kitra, and then I lowered the resolution using Pingu. Sorry, not lowered the resolution, lowered the file size by optimizing the file size and limiting the color palette. So now instead of it being this, I hate to say it, instead of it being this nice looking texture, as you can see here, where it's got a little bit more color in it, you have a more lower res texture here that's more pixelated, and that's what I'm going for. The other thing that I noted, looking at reference or looking at Homeworld is, I'm looking at these are two different versions of it. Here's the old file version, and here's the remastered version of the same file. And I realized that, you just have a series of basic shapes, so forth and so on. A couple of things for the sign. There's a light source that's signaled here. There's no light source here. So what I did is I just took the same idea. I just added some basic shapes here. This is kind of like open circuitry or some type of pattern that you can put on there. And this should be enough for EMKE. I hope it is. And he's free to change this however he wants to. Now I'm going to save this file and I'm going to send it his way. So I hope this has helped with some better understanding of how texturing works related to UV mapping. It's a very complex thing, at least I feel it is, but we'll see. I hope this helps anyone who's interested in going into 3D and Godot 3, because this is just all prep before we get it into Godot 3. You've been lovely. Insert catchphrase here. Hope to catch you in the next one. I'll see you. Bye.